أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah for His mercies on us and we seek His mercies and blessings on the noble soul of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Now, inshallah, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum ila darasin jadid. So you're all welcome to another class. من دروس اللغة العربية for Arabic classes. And inshallah, we'll start from where we left off. Last week, we looked at, we're trying to complete a Darisul Al-Wahda to Sabi'a. Excuse me. So we had a few examples. We started from here. I think we started from here at Tadrib al-Thalith. Yeah, I think we started from here. Now, Tadrib al-Awwal, we're able to identify those who we have in the picture. ثم انتقلنا إلى التدريب الثالث. Thereafter, we went to this. So we're also able to identify this. Then we looked at this as well. التدريب الرابع. استمع للفقرة ثم ضع علامتها. So we listen. So this was meant to test our listening ability to listen and understand. So we were able to test that last week. Then we went on to al-kalam, to speak. So, and we spoke a few words like إلى أين تذهب يا أحمد? Where are you going to Ahmad? أذهب إلى المدرسة. I'm going to the madrasa. الوقت مبكر الآن. الوقت مبكر الآن. So the time is early now. Why are you going to the madrasa this early? المدرسة بعيدة عن البيت. And it says the madrasa is far from the house. So we had all this. Then we looked at this تدريب as well. تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زملائك. مع زملائك. So we looked at this as well. التدريب الثاني أجب عن الأسئلة مستعينا بالصور. So resolving this, answering this by looking at the picture, benefiting from the picture with the assistance of the picture, مستعينا, with the assistance of the picture. So متى تستيقظ أحمد? We're able to tell the time Ahmad woke up from bed. I know you saw Lil Fajr. So we're able to answer all this. And we took this as an assignment. Some of you submitted the assignments. For some apologies, I marked them late. My week was extremely busy. So inshallah, I'll make sure I mark everything and turn them in. Okay. Then we have التدريب الخامس هاتي جملا كما في المثال. So we had this conversation, we had this as well. And this lengthy question and answer التدريب السادس. So we broke this into two, if you remember. Some people answered the first part and another the second part. Then we moved on to al-qira'a wal-kitaba. So we also want to test our writing and reading skills. So we've seen the listening skills, also the speaking ability. Now here is writing and reading skills. So those are basically the four skills we test in Arabic: your listening skills, your ability to speak, your reading skills, and your writing skills. So those are the four. So, and we looked at all this, we're able to read all this. Then we also read this, all these passages, paragraphs, fiqh. So, and according to the readers, there were no strange words. All those words were understood. Then we moved on to Al-Kitab, excuse me. We moved on to Al-Kitaba. This is writing. So, and we, according to the assignment, you guys should, I said you guys should write out this trace and then correct some of the errors. Like this is التدريب الخامس صحيح, correct. So it means صحيح, correct. أخطاء, the mistakes. أخطاء, mistakes. الضبط, the visualization mistakes. بالشكل. So like we have كيف حالك. This is كيف حالك يا هدى. This is meant to be a lady. So for a lady, we don't say كيف حالك. Okay, you say كيف حالك. كيف حالك. Okay, كيف حالك, we say كيف حالك. Then this is anti-talib. So this should be anti-talib. Then the next is the haki. This says the haki instead. Then this should be the gurfa. This is the gurfa. Then this is hill. This should be hal. Then this one says ni'im. This should be na'am. No. So inshallah we'll move on from there. This week we'll start from what we call at-tanween ba. Tanween. ما زلنا في الوحدة السابعة. We are still in the 7th module. Okay. الدرس الثاني والأربعون. الدرس الثاني والأربعون. So we have the التدريب الأول. This is انظر واستمع وقف. So we have what we call tanween in Arabic. So, and this is it. It's like a domo, double domo. If you check closely, you see that this is like double domo. And this is like double fatha. And this is like double kesra. Then you have the one that is the double domo is called tanween raf'i. Tanween raf'i. You need to get used to this terminology. Tanween raf'i. The one that has double fatha is called tanween nasbi. Tanween nasbi. So this is the vocabulary, raf'i, nasbi, and the last one, the double tanween that has a kesra, the double kesra. That's also tanween is tanween jar, tanween jar. So you have raf'u, nasbu, and jar. So tanween raf'i, tanween nasbi, wa tanween jar, tanween jar, al-jar. So these are examples. Baytun kabirun. Baytun kabirun. So that is the raf'i. The nasbi is baytan kabiran. Baytan kabiran. And the kasra, the jar, is baytin kabirin. Baytin kabirin. So the next is masjidun qaribun. Masjidun qaribun. Then you have masjidan qariban. Masjidan qariban. Then you have masjidin qaribin. Masjidin qaribin. Now, why do you have, before I proceed, why do you have these three cases? So in some cases, when you're making statements, your words could be in this form, masjidun qaribun. And in some instances, depending on how you want to construct your sentence, it could be masjidan qariban, and it could be masjidin qaribin. So in your sentence, it has to be one of this. It can't be the two at the same time or any. It can't be just any. It must be one, and you must be sure what you're talking about. We shall see as we progress. Then you have Talibun Misriyun, then you have Taliban Misriyan, Talibin Misriyin, Shaqqa, Shaqqatun Jamilatun, Shaqqatan Jamilatan, Shaqqatun Jamilatin, Fikratun Tayyibatun, Fikratan Tayyibatan, Fikratun Tayyibatin, Jami'atun Kabiratun, Jami'atan Kabiratan, Jami'atin Kabiratin. So that is the rafa, nasbi, wal jar. Tanween rafi, tanween nasbi, wa tanween al jar. So let's have someone to just run through this quickly. Can we have someone, please? نعم ستة شريفة تفضلي. Sister Sharifa, you can please unmute. Sister Sharifa, you can please unmute your mic. So I guess she's having some difficulty. Let's have Brother Dashiv.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله، وكيف أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله، شكرا.
الحمد لله.
نعم. تنوين.
توين. تنوين. آه
رفع.
stuck. رفع. توين رفع.
So تنوين.
توين.
Say ten.
تن تنوين.
Tenwin.
تنوين
Don't
رفع.
add. Yes. So what you are studying is also what you are trying to add. When you say
Okay.
listen, I want you to pay attention. If I say
Now.
tenwinu, it's different from when I say tenwinun. It's like I've added un. Listen again. Tenwinu and tenwinun. Is there a difference between the two?
Yes.
Now, the first one, tenwinu, is correct. But if I say tenwinun, I've added this, what I've highlighted. Can you see my cursor, my mouse? This is what I've added. I've added this. If I say tenwinun, I've added this. I've added tenwin to what I'm pronouncing. Just like if I say kitabun or kitabu. If I say kitabu, it's different from kitabun. Kitabu is different from kitabun. That bun is the tenwin. But in this case, what I have here written here is called tenwinu, not nun. Tenwinu rafi. Tenwinu rafi.
نعم.
Then the next one is tenwinu nasbi.
نعم. تنوين النصب.
Very good. Then the last is tenwinul jarri.
تنوين الجر.
Good. So now go one after the other and recite, read out the words. Beitun kebirun, beitan kebirun, beitin kebirin. This part. Now.
بيت كبير. بيتا كبيرا. بيت كبير.
Beitin.
بيت كبير.
Now. So you need to really pay attention to those 10 because it's exactly what we are studying. So we will not allow any room for mistakes. Now, the next.
مسجد قريب.
Good.
مسجدا قريبا. قريبا.
Good.
مسجد قريب.
Good.
طالب مصري.
Good.
طالب مصريا. مصريا.
Taliban. I want to hear.
طالبا مصريا.
Good.
طالب مصري.
Good.
شقة جميلة.
Very good.
شقة جميلة.
Very good.
شقة جميلة.
Good.
فكرة طيبة.
Very good.
فكرة طيبة.
Good.
فكرة طيبة.
Good.
جميلة كبيرة.
Jamia. That's a university. Jamia.
جامعة كبيرة.
Kabir.
جامعة كبيرة.
Very good.
جامعة كبيرة.
Very good.
جامعة كبيرة.
Good. Now, just a quick drill. Let's assume we are removing the tenwin. Just an assumption. We are removing the tenwin from the first line, where you have Beitun Kebirun, Beitan Kebiran, Beitin Kebirin. Assuming we are removing the tenwin, how will it sound? Can you tell us what it will look like?
بيت كبير. كبير.
Kebiru, yes.
بيت كبير. بيت كبيرة. كبيرة.
Kebiru, yeah.
بيتي كبيري.
Beiti Kebiri, good. So there's a way if you don't put the tanween, there's a way you write it, but not in this form. Okay, just wanted to test if we actually got the tanween, and that is good. So jazakallah khair. So you have here التدريب الثاني اكتب الكلمة بالتنوين كما في المثال. So you have this is an exercise, you should try this at home. This is kitab, so if you add the tanween, it becomes kitabun. You have kitab, kitaban, kitab, kitabin, and so on. So التدريس الثالث التدريب الثالث انسخ. So this make a copy. So you should now understand why when we say ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. So that ahlan, that is a tanween. Ahlan wa sahlan, tanween. Khayran kathira. We see this a lot in the Quran. Khayran kathira. Or khayran kathiran. Baytin jamilin. Shaqatun kabiratun. Muhammadun muhandisun. So write out this as your classwork or assignment. So وبهذا قد أكملنا الوحدة السابعة. So with this we have completed the 7th module, and inshallah we'll move straight into al-wahdatu al-thamina. Al-wahdatu al-thamina. This is the 8th module. The 8th module. So we have, what are we discussing under this? Al-amal. We are discussing al-amal. So if you observe in the 7th module, we discuss more about university, about school. So with the assumption that some of us are students, so we should be able to communicate some of those terms in the university. But here we are assuming that most of us are workers. So you'll see some of the terminologies we can use as workers. Someone asks you, what do you do? How do you respond? What's your profession? And stuff like that. So as a professional, you should be able to communicate with those terms. That is why we are studying al-amal. Al-amal, the work. Okay, al-amal. Now, let's start. بالحوار الأول. So with the first conversation. So we have here. So this is al-wahdatu al-thamina. So this is the 8th module. Then we have the ad-dars wal-thalith wal-arba'un. So this is the 43 lesson. Then we have al-arb, the demonstration. Al-hawar al-awwal, the first conversation. Unzur wastami' wa'id. So listen. So unzur, look carefully. Wastami', also listen, pay attention. Wa'id, and repeat wherever you are. So when you repeat, it improves your ability to read and speak. So your tongue will no longer be a stranger to Arabic. It won't be strange to Arabic. The more you speak, the more your tongue becomes comfortable with Arabic. Okay. So wa'id, unzur wastami' wa'id. So you listen, look, listen, and repeat. So this conversation is Baina Uthman wa Ali. Uthman says, أعمل طبيبا أو أعمل طبيبا. Okay. Sometimes I'll pronounce the tanween. We now know what we mean by tanween. That's what we have just treated. And we know how it sounds. أعمل طبيبا. That is what Brother Shuaib has just, Shehu has just taken us through. أعمل طبيبا. I can say that. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟ ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل مهندسا. أعمل مهندسا. أين تعمل؟ أين تعمل؟ أعمل في شركة. أعمل في شركة. The tanween again. أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟ أعمل في المستشفى. أعمل في المستشفى. 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 كم ساعة؟ The tanween again. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟ أعمل 8. أعمل 8. ساعات في اليوم. أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟ وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟ قال أعمل 7 ساعات. أعمل 7 ساعات. هل تحب عملك هل تحب عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. مرة أخرى. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل مهندسا. أين تعمل؟ أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟ أعمل في المستشفى. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟ أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟ Response. أعمل 7 ساعات. هل تحب عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. You have this. So what is the meaning of this conversation? Quickly. This is, Uthman says, أعمل طبيبا. I work as a doctor. أعمل, I work. طبيبا, as a doctor. Okay, just like you say, I'm a doctor. I work as a doctor. ماذا تعمل? ماذا تعمل أنت? What do you do? That's the way we present it in English. We won't say, what do you work? That's a poor translation and poor English. تعمل means work. We understand that. تعمل means work. But in English, when we translate this or want to ask you, what do you do? We say, what do you do? So meaning everybody understands. If I say, what do you do? Everybody understands that I'm asking about your profession. But if I say, what do you work? It does not make sense. Even an Englishman will not understand what you are saying. And in language, it is about communication, not about literal translation. So this means, ماذا تعمل أنت? What do you do? ماذا تعمل? If you want to ask someone, what do you do for a living? So ماذا تعمل أنت? What do you do? Then he says, early response, أعمل مهندسا. I work as an engineer. I work أعمل مهندسا. Now note that when I asked, when I said أعمل طبيبا, I used the tenween of what? Of nasbi. That is what we learned last. Okay, the double fatha on top is the nasbi, tenween in nasbi. If I go back to what we've just done, what Brother Shehu read, yes, this is it. So we have the one above the line. This is a tenween in nasbi. So it says A'malu tabiban, like baytan, kabiran, masjidan. It didn't say A'malu tabibin. It didn't use the jar. It didn't use the jar. It used the nasb. Okay? A'malu tabiban. And you didn't use the reference. A'malu tabibun. So don't make that mistake when you communicate. Don't make that mistake when you communicate. So it is A'malu tabiban. Madha ta'amalu anta. And you will respond A'malu muhandisan nasbi. Tanwin nasbi. A'malu muhandisan. Please pay attention to all these grammatical points. Then it says Aina ta'amal. Aina, where? We all know Aina means where. Aina ta'amal, where do you work? Okay, he told him, I work as an engineer, but where? Aina ta'amal, where do you work? Then Ali responds, A'amalu, I work fi sharika, or sharikatin, I work fi sharika. Sharika means a company. A sharikatin, a company, like any other company. Okay, so sharika is a vocabulary, keep it. A'amalu fi sharikatin, I work in a company. Aina ta'amalu anta, where do you work? It's different from ماذا تعمل. أين تعمل means where do you work. ماذا تعمل means what do you do. There are two different things. ماذا تعمل and أين تعمل. The difference is ماذا and أين. If I say ماذا تعمل أنت, it means what do you do. If I say أين تعمل, where do you work? Okay, then he responds, أعمل في المستشفى. I work in the hospital. أعمل في المستشفى. I work in the hospital. Then كم ساعة. How many hours? تعمل في اليوم. How many hours do you work in a day? ساعة تعمل في اليوم. Then it says أعمل 8. I work 8 hours. 8 ساعات 8 hours في اليوم in a day. أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. I work 8 hours in a day. Then it asks وكم ساعة تعمل أنت? Then Usman asks him, how many hours do you work at work a day? Then it says أعمل, I work 7 ساعات in 7 hours. Then he asked him, هل تحب عملك? Do you love your work? Do you love what you do? Do you love your work? He says نعم أحب عملي. I love my work. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. I also love my work. أنا أحب, I also love عملي أيضا, my work. مرة أخرى. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل مهندسا. أعمل مهندسا. Then it says أين تعمل? Where do you work? أعمل في شركة. I work in a company. أين تعمل أنت? Where do you work? أعمل في المستشفى. I work in the hospital. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم? How many hours do you work in the day? أعمل 8 ساعات. I work for 8 hours في اليوم in a day. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت? How many hours do you work? You. And it says أعمل 7 ساعات. I work for 7 hours. هل تحب عملك? Do you love your work? نعم أحب عملي. I love my work. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. I also love my work. أيضا means also or too. أيضا. So let's have someone, 2 people have this conversation quickly. It's a very simple one. And let's have Sister Sakina Shitu and Sister Mariam. Can please unmute your mic.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So Sister Mariam, you are Uthman.
نعم.
Sister Sakina, you are Ali. Okay.
نعم.
أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟
أعمل
أنت.
مهندسا. أعمل مهندسا.
أين تعمل؟
أعمل في شركة.
If
أين تعمل أنت؟
you say sharika, you have added yaw after the raw. So it is sharika,
نعم.
sharika, or sharikatin. Say sharikatin.
شركة.
Yeah, في sharika.
أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟
أعمل في المستشفى.
كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟
أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟
أعمل 7 ساعات.
هل تحب عملك؟
نعم أحب عملي.
وأنا أحب عملي أيضا.
Naam, shukran, Jamil. That was a very short and beautiful conversation. We'll move on. الحوار الثاني. الحوار الثاني. So الطالب. وهذا الحوار وبين الطالب الأول والثاني. Now, 2 students. It says ماذا نعمل بعد الدراسة؟ ماذا نعمل سنعمل؟ ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة؟ In response, أنا أدرس الطب. أنا أدرس الطب في كلية الطب. أنا أدرس الطب في كلية الطب. سأعمل طبيبا إن شاء الله. الطالب الثالث والثالث هنا الرابع. هذا حوار بين الطلاب. نعم. أنا أدرس الصيدلة. أنا أدرس الصيدلة في كلية الصيدلة. سأعمل صيدليا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الصيدلة. So this is vocabulary صيدلة. في كلية الصيدلة. سأعمل صيدليا. نعم. الطالب الرابع. أنا أدرس التمريض. أنا أدرس التمريض في كلية التمريض. سأعمل ممرضا. سأعمل ممرضا إن شاء الله. الطالب الخامس. أنا أدرس الهندسة في كلية الهندسة. So we've seen هندسة before, but still let me highlight. أنا أدرس الهندسة في كلية الهندسة. سأعمل مهندسا إن شاء الله. السادس. أدرس الطيران. أدرس الطيران في كلية الطيران. سأعمل طيارا. سأعمل طيارا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس التربية. أنا أدرس التربية في كلية التربية. سأعمل مدرسا. سأعمل مدرسا إن شاء الله. مرة أخرى. ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة؟ أنا أدرس الطب. أنا أدرس الطب في كلية الطب. سأعمل طبيبا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الصيدلة في كلية الصيدلة أو صيدلتي as you wish. سأعمل صيدليا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس التمريض في كلية التمريض. سأعمل ممرضا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الهندسة في كلية الهندسة. سأعمل مهندسا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الطيران في كلية الطيران. سأعمل طيارا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس التربية في كلية التربية. سأعمل مدرسا إن شاء الله. So what is the meaning? So we have about 6 students, about 5 students asking one another. I think there's 6 here at Olive Sardis. So 6 students who are about to graduate from their secondary school and asking one another what they will become in future. So the first one says, الطالب الأول ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة? What are we going to do after studies? What are we going to do after studies? We're about to graduate. So what are we going to do after these studies? ماذا, what سنعمل are we going to do بعد after الدراسة, after studies? Then the second student says الثاني الطالب الثاني أنا أدرس الطب. I'm going to study medicine. أنا أدرس الطب. I'm going to study medicine. في كلية الطب, in the college of medicine. في كلية الطب, in the college of medicine. سأعمل, I will work طبيبا, as a doctor. Inshallah, if Allah wills. أدرس الصيدلة. I will study pharmacy. I will study pharmacy or pharmacology. في كلية الصيدلة, in the college of pharmacy. في كلية الصيدلة, in the college of pharmacy. Then we have سأعمل, I will work صيدليا, as a pharmacist. Inshallah, if Allah wills. Now, we have الرابع. أنا أدرس التمريض. I'm going to study nursing. تمريض is nursing. في كلية التمريض, in the college of nursing. سأعمل ممرضا. I will work as a nurse. ممرضا, as a nurse, inshallah, if Allah wills. Then we have الطالب الخامس, the 5th student says أنا أدرس الهندسة. I will study engineering. في كلية الهندسة, in the college of engineering. سأعمل مهندسا. I will work as an engineer, inshallah. أنا أدرس الطيران. I will study aviation. طيران is aviation. في كلية الطيران, in the college of aviation. سأعمل طيارا. I will become a pilot. I will work as a pilot. طيارة is a pilot, inshallah. As you can see the man here, that's a pilot. الطالب الأول, and the first student who asked the question says, أنا أدرس التربية. For me, أدرس التربية. I'm going to study education. في كلية التربية, in the college of education. سأعمل مدرسا. I will work as a teacher, inshallah, if Allah wills. So these are the conversations. So we have a few vocabularies. A tib is medicine, or a doctor is called tabib. Soidala is pharmacology or pharmacy, and a pharmacist is called what? Soidaliyan. So if you travel abroad, or to Hajj or Umrah or visit an Arab country, you see some shops, you see Soidala, they will write it there, Soidala, pharmacy. So the people you see there, you see them, Soidalia, and they are all there. So a pharmacist is Soidaliyun, and here is Soidaliyan. Amalu Soidaliyan. It is because he's saying Amalu Soidaliyan. That is why we have this tenwin of what? Of Nasbi. We know that already. Tenwin of Nasbi. Tenwin and Nasbi. So a pharmacy is Soidaliyun. That is the tenwin or Raf'i. Soidaliyun. But in this construct, we have used Amalu. So that's why it's having the tenwin and Nasbi. At-tamrid is nursing. Tamrid and nursing. Then the nurse is what? Mumaridun. Mumaridun with the tenwin of Rafi. When this sentence amalu mumaridun, that's why we have the tenwin and nasbi. Handasa is engineering, and a muhandis is an engineer. Toyaron is aviation, and toyar is a pilot. So when you fly, your pilot is called toyar. Then you have tarbiya is education, and someone who teaches, a graduate of education who teaches, imparts the knowledge is called mudarris. So, okay. So this is simple. I'm not going to call on someone to have this. So we move on to the al-hiwar al-thalith, the third conversation, where we have Zainab, Baina Zainab wa Maryam. Zainab says, Ana mudarrisatun ma mihnatuka. Ma mihnatuk. So this is a vocabulary mihna. Ma mihnatuk. Ana mudarrisa or mudarrisatun ma mihnatuk. The Maryam responds, Ana mudarrisatun aidan. Aina mudarrisatun aidan. So, في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟ في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟ أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. وفي أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟ أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة. المتوسطة. الابتدائية. المتوسطة. أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة. هل لك أطفال؟ نعم لي أطفال أو أطفال for study's sake. كم طفلا لك؟ كم طفلا لك؟ لي 5 أطفال. Don't say 5. Don't add the tenwin. لي 5 أطفال. زينب هل تحبين عملك؟ عفوا هل تحبين عملك؟ Now Maryam says نعم أحب عملي. هل تحبين عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. Then he says أنا أحب عملي أيضا مرة أخرى. نعم أنا مدرسة. ما مهنتك؟ أنا مدرسة أيضا. في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟ أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. وفي أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟ أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة المتوسطة. Then you have هل لك أطفال أو هل لك أطفال؟ نعم لي أطفال. كم طفلا لك؟ لي 5 أطفال. هل تحبين عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. So what is the meaning? This is between Zainab and Maryam. Zainab says, Ana mudarrisatun. I'm a teacher. So they met. Miriam and Zainab met. And Zainab started the conversation. Ana mudarrisatun. I'm a teacher. Ma mehinatuk. What is your profession? So mihina, if you say ma mehinatuk, what is your profession? It's like mada ta'amalu. Okay? Mada ta'amalu. What do you do? So the response will be the same. If anybody asks you, ma mihinatuka, mihina means what is your profession? What do you do? What's your occupation? Then you say, Ana mudarrisatun aidan. I'm also a teacher. في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟ في أي مرحلة؟ مرحلة means level. في أي مرحلة؟ في in أي which. في is in أي means which. مرحلة level. So which level in English you would say, you wouldn't say in which level تدرسين. That's poor English. You would say which level do you teach? But the Arabs will say في أي مرحلة تدرسين, which is good. So في أي مرحلة تدرسين? Which level do you teach? Then she says أدرس, I teach in المرحلة الابتدائية. In which level? Well, in English, if we say in which level, if the person understands, fine. But if he doesn't understand, better English is which level do you teach? So the response here is أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. I teach in the المرحلة level الابتدائية, the beginners, the primary, actually. ابتدائية is primary. I teach in the primary. Okay? Then you have في أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت? Which level do you teach? So she's asking her the same question, and she responds, أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة. I teach in the intermediate level. Intermediate, متوسطة is the intermediate. Excuse me. هل لك أطفال? Do you have kids? So Zainab was asking Mariam, هل لك أطفال? Do you have kids? Then she says, نعم لي أطفال. I have kids. نعم لي أطفال. If you want to say you have something, you start by saying لي, I have. لي. لي means I have. Then you can put whatever you have. For instance, لي كتب. لي كتب. لي بيت. لي قلم. I have. Okay, so that's the usage of لي. لي أطفال. Yes, I have kids. كم طفلا. كم means how many. طفلا, kids. Lucky, do you have? كم طفلا lucky. How many kids do you have? Then she says, Li, you can see again, I have. Li, I have. Khamsatu atfalin. I have 5 kids. As you can see in this picture, 5 kids. Li khamsatu atfalin. So I have 5 kids. Hal tuhibbina amalaki? Do you love your work? Then Maryam says, Naam, uhibbu amali. Then Zainab says, Ana uhibbu amali aidan. I also love my work. Ana uhibbu amali aidan. So let's have 2 people have this, take this conversation quickly. Let's have Sister Sharifa, and let's have Sister Sekina. You can please unmute your mic. Sister Sharifa, Al-Anti Mana. Sister Sharifa, are you with us? Indicate you want to participate. Can you please unmute your mic? So I guess she's having some difficulty. Sister Sekina, please let me release you for now. Let's have Sister Brother Abdul Hamid, and I think I saw Brother Abdul Mateen now. So Brother Abdul Hamid.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So Brother Abdul Hamid, you are Zainab, and Brother Abdul Mateen, you are Maryam. Now, Bisura. Fadala. Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله بخير وكيف حالك أنت؟
الحمد لله بالخير. نعم. أنا مدرسة ما أنا مدرسة ما مهنتك.
Mehinatuki. Say Mehinatuki 5 times. Mehinatuki. Mehinatuki. Mehinatuki.
مهنتك 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 مهنتك.
So if you are talking to a man, what will it be?
مهنتك.
Mehinatuk. Mehinatuk. Good. Now, continue.
بسم الله أستاذ عبد المتين.
I guess we lost him. Let me unmute him again. Okay.
أنا مدرسة أيضا.
في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟
أدرس في المرحلة ابتداء.
So, Udarisu is not Udarisun. Udarisu, you can see there's no tenwin there. We studied tenwin. This is the tenwin. Mudarisun is one that has the tenwin. If you check, I'm not sure if my screen is clear enough, but if you check your text, you see that Anna Mudarisun is one that has the tenwin. But the verb usually does not have tenwin. Udarisu that will never have Udarisun. So it is Anna Udarisu, or like what you have here. Udarisu fil marhalati Udarisu fil marhalati al-ibtidaiyya. Now, again.
أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية.
So we don't say al-ibtidaiyya, but for now I can allow that to pass so that I don't give you too much hassle. So it's called al-ibtidaiyya. So you pronounce there's no amza there, but for now let it pass. So fil marhalati al-ibtidaiyya.
وفي أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟
Anti.
أنت.
أدرس في المرحلة المتوسط.
Tawasito. If you want to stop,
متوسط.
now you have to say muwasito. If you don't want to call it ta, you say mutawasito.
أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة.
Good.
هل لك أطفال؟ هل لك الأطفال؟
نعم لي أطفال.
كم طفلا لك؟
لي 5 أطفال.
So if you want, hold on 1 minute. If you want him to understand what you have said, if you just say li khamsatu atfal, he will not understand. So you have to pause a bit and add the yaw to the li. You say li, I have li khamsatu atfal, as if you make a temporary stop. Li khamsatu atfal. You say li khamsatu atfal, he will think, he won't understand you.
لي 5 أطفال.
هل تحبين عملك؟
نعم أحب عملي.
أنا أحب عملي أيضا.
نعم. لكما. So this applies to everyone. So you need to read this conversation over and over. Please don't just close your text and let's meet again tomorrow. Read these conversations over and over. There are quite a number of vocabularies. Okay, مهنتك ماذا تعمل أعمل. Don't say أعمل مدرس أو مدرس. No, you have to speak the right terminology and watch your grammar. أعمل طبيبا أعمل مهندسا. All this, please read this over and over before we meet again tomorrow. Okay, الحوار الثالث as well. So we move on to المفردات. العرض. This is انظر واستمع وعيد. Also, you look, you listen, and you repeat wherever you are. So you have tiflun. Tiflun is a baby, as you can see. Tiflun is a baby. Then you have atfal. Atfal means kids, babies. Okay? Atfalun, when you have a lot of them, that is a plural. Then you have mustashfa. Mustashfa, that is the hospital. A hospital, mustashfa. Then you have sherika or sherikatun. Sherika or sherikatun means a company. Then kulliyatu toyaron. Kulliyatu, you can see the shader. Kulliya, 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 kulliyatu toyaron. That is the College of Aviation. Then you have kulliyatu soidala. That's the College of Pharmacy. Kulliyatu temrid, the College of Nursing. Wa kulliyatu al-handasa, College of Engineering. Yudarrisu is teaching. Yudarrisu is teaching. Tayyar, that's a pilot. Mumarrid is a nurse. Soidaliyun, that's a pharmacist. Soidaliyun, that's a pharmacist. Al-marhalatul ibtidaiya, that is the primary level. Primary level. Al-marhalatul mutawassita, that is the intermediate level. Al-mutawassita to us is the GSS. Al-ibtidaiya is the primary. I think we call it basic now, basic 1 to 6. Then you have al-marhalatul mutawassita. That is the GSS, GSS 1 to 3. Now, then we move on. We have التدريب الأول. التدريب الأول. صل بين الشخص والمكان المناسب. صل, link, بين, between, الشخص, the person you see in the picture, والمكان, and the place, المناسب, appropriate place. Okay, so you have in this picture, في مجموعة الأولى, in this first group, you have pictures. وفي الثانية, you have places. Now, so we have different people here. So I'm going to call someone to do this so that you can identify the Mihna or Mihan. I'm going to call on Abdurrahman.
أستاذ اسمي عبد الرحمن. اليوم سأقرأ لأمي.
عبد الرحمن. عفوا شكرا. نعم هنا صل بين الشخص والمكان المناسب. هنا ماذا ترى في هذه الصورة? What do you see in this picture?
A doctor and a patient.
The doctor in Arabic is what?
الطبيب.
طبيب. أين المكان المناسب? Where is the appropriate place where doctor works here? الطبيب يعمل في ماذا؟ أو يدرس في
كلية ديران.
الطبيب
كلية كلية الطب.
كلية الطب. الطبيب يعمل، ممكن أن يعمل في كلية الطب. It's possible a doctor works in the College of Medicine to teach. ممكن أن يعمل في كلية الطب. That is gone. So let me do this. So this is gone already. وهنا ماذا ترى في هذه الصورة؟ What do you see here?
المهندس.
أين المكان المناسب؟ Where is the appropriate?
الكلية هندسة.
كلية الهندسة. جميل. وهنا ماذا ترى في هذه الصورة؟
الطائر.
هذا أو هذه الصورة، هذه
أرى
هو في المختبر. What is a pharmacist in Arabic? It starts with sod, dal. Sod, yaw, dal.
الصيدلة.
So Soidala is the pharmacy. Soidala is the pharmacy or pharmacy itself. Okay.
Yes.
The person who practices or who works in the Soidala is called Soidaliyun. So who are Soidaliyun? So أين المكان المناسب هنا? So where is the appropriate place where you can find the Soidaliyun?
You can find him in كلية الصيدلة.
كلية الصيدلة. جميل. وهنا طيار. Pilot. I've given you the answer already. The pilot. So where أين المكان المناسب?
الكلية الطيران.
كلية الطيران. Jim. And we have the last. Una. Who do we have in the picture? The last one. That's the teacher. It's a teacher. So in Arabic, a teacher is what? أنت معنا?
نعم.
So a teacher in Arabic is what? It starts with
المدرس.
مدرس. Good. أين المكان المناسب لابد. This is the last one. كليات التربية. Very good. جميل جدا. That's very good. شكرا لك. نعم. هنا التدريب الثاني. أكمل الفراغ بالكلمة المناسبة من القائمة. So we will continue inshallah from here tomorrow. Our time is up. So this is 8 o'clock already. So we can get to do other things. So inshallah we'll meet tomorrow. Like I said, please read the conversations, the 3 conversations over and over. Please don't just close your text and meet again tomorrow. Please, for God's sake, read, so that you can be conversant with some of those terminologies and be comfortable with them. Inshallah, we'll meet tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.